All right, we're recording, so take it away.
Okay, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. And on tonight's Zoom call, our topic is going to be EFT and using it with our oils. So EFT is Emotional Freedom Technique. And my sister Kate and I have taken a few classes on it, and we have found how amazing it works with the oils. And just to give a brief description of what EFT is, if you've never heard of it, being emotional freedom technique, we're going to be talking about emotions. And one thing I thought was interesting in the class is it's not about good or bad emotions. It's about recognizing and validating each emotion. And EFT is great for stress relief, what things I could say and can't say, physical pain, because you can't have an emotion without a physical response, and you can't have a physical sensation without an emotional response, like you're nervous. So how do you feel? Where do you feel it in your body? A lot of people get butterflies in their stomach. So we'll focus on that specific. Or you having a physical sensation, you think something's purely physical, chopping onions in the kitchen and you cut your finger, you're going to have an emotional response too, not just pain. You're going to think, oh, so stupid, why did I do that? Or whatever. And so there you see the physical and the emotional tied together. So with tapping, it's based on meridian points, and we're going to stimulate those points just to get the flow going, because emotions shouldn't be stuck. We get a lot of emotional blocks, so we want to get it flowing.
You lower the volume.
So lower mine? I don't know if I can. Is it feedback? Is that better? I got the headphones, so I wouldn't get any feedback. Okay, so we really want to validate our feelings and acknowledge them and tune into them. A fun movie, if you haven't seen it yet, is Inside Out. That really, it's kind of designed to help kids relate to their emotions. But that's where a lot of our emotional problems started, is when we were kids, right? But how does this relate to the oils? And very directly, because we know the oils, by inhaling them, they go very quickly into the limbic system of the brain, hypothalamus, amygdala. And an interesting tidbit, what was it we did just a couple weeks ago, that, yeah, what was it? I had it written down, but I swear. That we have more markers in our genes, our DNA, for the sense of smell and how it ties with emotions and memories and everything like that. So having the oils quickly getting into the limbic system, as well as the tapping, stimulating these same systems, it really works well together. So we want to focus on, where do you feel it in your body? How does it make you feel? What is your body trying to tell you? We're going to do that with tapping, and my sister's going to give a little intro to the topics that you guys voted on, since this is kind of a business class with our oils. How are we going to be able to use tapping with the oils? So I'll have her give a little description of the points and the topics.
Hey everybody, I'm Kate. So basically, for the tapping points, you're literally just going to be using your fingers to tap on points on your face and body. So you can kind of follow along with me. So the first tapping point is at the base of your eyebrow. And tap along with me. And then follow your eyebrow down to the side of your eye, right there on that bone. And then continue under your eye. And the next point is under your nose. And then on the line under your mouth, on your chin. And then the next point, you find the little soft spot in your neck and go down and over about 1 inch on either side. And that's your collarbone point. And then under your arm, about a hand's width under your arm. So ladies, on your bra line, guys, just about a fist width under your arm. And then the last point is the top of your head where the baby soft spot would be. And you can just kind of use several fingers so you're getting that spot. Or you can tap with the flat of your hand if you prefer. So those are the spots. And basically, we're just going to use those while focusing on a specific topic, a specific phrase. So when we start out with our tapping, we tap on the side of the hand and we repeat a setup statement. So just so you guys can get a feel for how this works, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do a round with just your breath. So everybody take a deep breath. And notice how deep that was. You can take another one if you need to. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to rate how deep is your breath. 1 being very, very shallow, 10 being like yoga master deep breath. So take another deep breath. And what is that number for you? And just keep it in mind. And we're going to do the setup statement. So tapping on the side of your hand. I'm gonna do the tapping and Carrie's gonna be my echo, but you guys can tap along. The setup statement, even though I have this restricted breathing, I accept myself and how I feel.
Even though I have this restricted breathing, I accept myself.
Even though I have this tightness and shallowness in my breath, I accept myself and how I feel.
Even though I have this tightness and shallowness in my breath, I accept myself and how I feel.
Even though I'm having trouble taking a deep breath, I accept myself and how I feel.
Even though I'm having trouble getting a full breath, I accept myself.
Okay, so then we start with the tapping points, just focusing on restricted breathing.
Restricted breathing.
Restricted breathing.
Restricted breathing.
This 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 restricted breathing. Not getting it full.
Restricted breathing.
Restricted breathing.
Okay, under the arm, restricted breathing.
Restricted breathing.
And one more. This restricted breathing.
This restricted breathing.
Okay, now everybody take a deep breath. And notice again how deep your breath was. If maybe you started at a 5 or a 6, is it up just a little bit? Maybe a 6 or a 7? So you see with just one round of tapping, you get a physical response. That just a little bit of relaxation that allows you to change. So it's sometimes hard for us to get into our bodies when we have things going on in our head. And for most of us, with our businesses, we live in our head. We think about everything we have to do, our fears, our anxieties. Oh, I don't want to make these follow-up calls, and oh, this event, and oh, this live, and we get ourselves living up here. And it's very important with the tapping that we get ourselves back into our body so we can address what's really going on. So one of the best ways to do this is with the oils. I'm going to be using grounding to start, but if you have something like vetiver, grounding, any of the like deeply rooted tree oils. What's that one you have?
Okay, I love my sacred sandalwood.
Sandalwood is amazing. Anything that has that deep kind of grounding feeling. I want you to get it out. Take a big whiff of it. I do a drop on my face.
Tap.
Breathe it in. Put it over your heart. If you can reach your lower abdomen, if that's accessible, put it on there. But breathe it in. And feel how you come back into your body. So you'll get the most benefit from the tapping if you're sitting up straight with both feet flat on the floor. And sit comfortably so you can breathe. So the tapping topic, or the topic that was most requested by you guys in our poll, was fear of success and fear of failure. So those are very related but different. So tonight we're going to focus just on fear of success. But anytime you need this technique, it's a self-help technique. This is empowering you to be able to do this work on your own with any kind of anxieties that you have related to your business or life. Most of us have really difficult circumstances going on in our lives, either right now or in the recent past. So I want to do a round on overwhelm before we start on our topic, just so that we're kind of clear for doing the work that we're wanting to do tonight. So if you have something going on in your life right now, I absolutely can relate. So if you have stress away, peace and calming, something that will help you feel just at peace right now, let's do a round on overwhelm, and then we'll go into our business tapping. So I want everybody to close their eyes. Put on your oil that you like, the stress away, peace and calming, valor, whatever makes you feel really good. And I want everybody to close their eyes and just take a deep breath. And as you just think of the word overwhelm, where do you feel that in your body? It'll be different for everybody. I can tell you I've got some tightness in my stomach, some tightness in my back. But just notice where you feel it in your body. And on a scale of 1 to 10, notice how strong that feeling is. Now open your eyes and we're going to start tapping. And I'm not going to do a setup statement. We've kind of already done that. But I want you to focus on that physical sensation as we're doing the tapping. So starting with the eyebrow point, this overwhelm. So much going on.
There's so much going on.
I feel it in my body. This pain in my back.
It is. It's like a pain in the middle there.
And wherever your pain is, that's what you're going to say for yourself. That's just where mine happens to be. This overwhelm.
Just got so overwhelmed.
It's overwhelm.
It's overwhelmed.
I just don't even know what to do. But I'm open to allowing myself to feel. I'm allowing myself to feel this physical sensation because my body's telling me something. There's obviously something in my life that's not in harmony. It's causing me
I don't
to
even know what to do.
feel. And I might not want to think about that, but I'm allowing myself to accept what is. I feel this overwhelm, but I'm allowing myself to know that I am safe right now. It's safe for me to relax and focus on something important right now. So thank you, body, for letting me know that something's going on. I promise I'm listening. But right now, it's safe for me to relax and focus. So I'm choosing to release this overwhelm. I'm allowing myself to feel free and calm right now.
Allowing myself to feel free and calm.
I'm allowing myself to release.
I'm allowing myself to release.
Allowing myself to let go of overwhelm.
Allowing myself to let go of overwhelm.
Releasing overwhelm from every cell in my body.
Releasing overwhelm from every cell.
Okay, take a deep breath. And take note of that feeling that you had. If your pain or tightness was a 6 or a 7 before, is it down a little bit? Maybe a 4 or a 5? Has it shifted in some way? Do you feel more relaxed?
Do you feel more relaxed? Now
I'm not really hearing you. You're really breaking up. So we're just going to continue. So today's topic is fear of success. And this is such a powerful one because it's easy to think of, oh, I'm afraid of failing. But the fear of success is a little bit trickier. So I'm using release This can be a powerful one to help unlock some of the things. Usually we think about in our liver, we think of anger, we think of other emotions, but sometimes we need to release ideas of what we think of ourselves or what others think of us. So I'm going to grab some release. You can use anything else, any other oil that you have, and that's a good emotional release for you. Black pepper is very good. Lemon, peppermint's really good. Frankincense. I'm just going to put that on. Normally I would put it over my liver too, but I have a dress on, so that's not going to work. Put it over your liver if you can. Okay. So I want everyone to say out loud in your own space, success. Does that make you have some kind of feeling in your body? Maybe it does. But now I want you to close your eyes. And everyone has their own definition of success. So I want you to picture as clearly as you can what success looks like to you. Maybe it's a big house and a nice car. Maybe it's, for me, it's being debt-free and living by the beach somewhere. Being able to travel. But I want you to feel what that success feels like. And I want you to imagine that you're there, that you have made it. You have achieved every goal that you have for yourself. Your health is good, your finances are good, your relationships are working. So I want you to imagine how amazing that feels. Now imagine that you're in the car, maybe a limo, maybe it's, that 67 Chevy that you've always wanted. But imagine now that you've pulled up to the house that you grew up in. And every single one of your relatives is inside. And now I want you to imagine that you're standing inside this house. Sorry, I got a phone call. Okay, imagine you're in this house surrounded by all of your relatives. How do you feel around all of these people? What are they saying to you?
It's very small, feels small.
You feel
Like
very.
me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle it.
Maybe they're saying, "Ooh, look at her. She is so full of herself." Maybe they're saying, "Who do you think you are?" Maybe there's some judgment. Maybe there's some criticizing. Whatever your story is, you hear those words and you hear them anytime you think of being successful. So let's do some work and release that. So feel in your body, hear those words that people are saying to you. Now, where do you feel that in your body?
That sinking feeling in the gut.
I can't really hear you, Carrie, so I'm just going to go on. Do you feel tightness in your chest or throat? Do you feel sick in your stomach? What does that feel like for you? Now, everybody, open your eyes. You have that feeling, and let's tap on it. I want you to focus on those words that people were saying to you, and I want you to feel that physical sensation in your body. So I'm going to say what's true for me, but say whatever is true for you. This tightness in my back, this critical, judging tightness. Who do I think I am? Why did I ever think I could be successful? Nobody in my family has money. We're just hardworking people. We don't do multi-level marketing in this family. I'm not a salesperson. This tightness in my back. All that might happen if I become successful. People might judge me. My family might tell me, who do you think you are? You're not all that. So to avoid this potential pain, I need to stay small. I need to stay at the same level that people are at. I don't want my friends and family to be jealous of me. I don't want people to think that I'm so full of myself. So it's safer to play small. It's safer to go with the flow. Why would I wake up early and make return calls and all of this stuff that's hard if I'm just going to be judged for being successful? It's not safe to be successful. So I need to stay small. But what if there was another way? What if my family were supportive? What if I had a supportive tribe? What if I could be successful and people were happy for me? What if I could be happy for myself? What if I could be successful on my own terms? What if I could trust that my family would love me anyway? What if I could love myself anyway? What if I could allow myself to feel the fear, to look it in the face, accept it, and then say, you know, fear, I know you're just trying to take care of me. I know that's your job. Thank you, fear, for alerting me to possible danger. So now I'm clear. I know what the possible dangers are, but I've got it from here. Fear is a good alert, but I'm in the driver's seat of my life. I know where my life is going. And I am certain to get there. And there'll be other things that come up. But I can acknowledge any fear that comes up. I have the tool to tap through any fear. Acknowledge it, and then let it go. I may not be magically cured overnight. I may still have fears and anxieties. But for right now, I'm choosing to release this anxiety. I am choosing to believe in myself. I'm choosing to embrace success. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. So check in with your body. What was that physical sensation that you had? Has that changed? Has that gone away? Is there a different feeling in its place? So obviously we're not going to get through everything right now in one session, but recognize those signs that your body is giving you. And now you have the tool to tap to help clear these yourself. With the oils is especially powerful. But I want to go back and have everyone close their eyes again and go back to your picture where you're in the house that you grew up in. All your family is standing around. And I want you to feel, and I want you to notice if the conversation has changed. Are they still criticizing you? If they are, is the criticism a little quieter? Have the words changed? Is your family now happy for you and supportive? If you are, then you've done a lot of clearing and yay. And if you still notice some criticism, that's fine. Just take note of whatever that is. And you can kind of fold it up and put it in a safe place and tap on that again later. But how are you feeling in that room? Do you still feel small and constricted? Or are you feeling a little bit more open? Feeling a little taller? Just take note of how you're feeling. So while your eyes are still closed, I want everybody to start tapping again. And you know the points, you can just follow them through. I'll just do, you don't have to follow me exactly, but start tapping again. Keep visualizing yourself in that house. And if you felt small and constricted before, I want you to picture yourself as you're tapping, picture yourself getting bigger, standing a little taller, shining a little brighter, smiling a little bigger. I want you to raise your arms. Fill that space that you're in. Your family around you is smiling. And you're smiling so bright. And you just feel a light inside of you that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it shines out of you and it fills the whole room. And it keeps getting bigger and spreads past the house to the neighbors' houses and through the whole neighborhood and your whole town. And you feel so tall and free and open. And your family is so happy. And now they're not just happy for you and your success, but your light has affected them. Now their inner light is shining, and they are smiling, and they are tall and happy and free, and their lights spread. Feel that feeling of success, what it feels like to you, that shining light. Feel it in every cell in your body. And take a deep breath. And just put your hand over your heart and feel that, how amazing that feels. So anytime you're yawning or having a physical sensation, your body is releasing. But how do you feel after that? You feel stronger, more ready to go. So I picked highest potential for my next oil. You can use anything else that makes you feel really uplifted. Valor, frankincense is really good. But I have just been obsessing over this highest potential. Because you guys are all amazing and we all have this incredible potential. And now you have felt in your own body what that would feel like. So whatever your work tasks are, really feel when you're doing them, feel that light. Feel that openness. And have a little fun. I'm going to finish with fun. Because your success does light the way for others. And it can be fun. So You guys have had a little experience today with tapping. It's amazing for all kinds of things, business success, personal things. Carrie and I have offered a free session to anyone affected by Hurricane Michael, Hurricane Florence, now the horrible fires in California. Our dad lives in Paradise, California, and has lost everything. So we're offering free sessions, initial sessions, to anyone that needs it. So you can contact us by private message, but we just wanted you to experience the power of this technique and for you to be able to use it yourselves. We're always happy to help you with a session. And if you have any, really heavy stuff, deep, dark stuff, it is good to work with a practitioner like me or my sister. But for most things, you really can do it on your own. All these fears and anxieties, even if you have a partner and you can just hold space with each other, your spouse or your sister or your friend, hold space with each other and help each other, because this is such a powerful tool that now you guys all can use to really let your light shine in your businesses. It is your safe place, like Carrie said. So I don't know what else you had for us, Tashina or Anthony and Dana, but that's our demo. If you have any questions for us, you can direct message us, either Carrie or I, afterwards. Happy to, or if you have questions now. What can you use instead of fun? Anything just happy, like citrusy. Tangerine is really good. Christmas spirit is a really, really good blend. Anything that you really like and that brings you joy. Joy is one that's really popular with a lot of people. I personally don't like it as much. But anything that really lights you up. Christmas spirit does that for me. Fun does that for me. Anything that makes you smile when you smell it. That can be your fun oil. Does anyone else have questions or anything else?
Don't even know if you can hear me, but you did great. Thanks, Kate.
Oh, Andrea has a really good question. Must you continue on the same side of the body or can you switch? You absolutely can switch. It doesn't matter which side of the body you're doing. If I always use my right just because I'm right hand dominant, but you can use either side. You can switch if you feel tired. You can tap on both sides also, but I find just one side is just as effective, and it doesn't matter which side or if you switch. You're stimulating the same spots, and it's activating your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems both. So you're processing the things that are in your mind. And Carrie said you may have a favorite point. I know that's true of me. Sometimes I'll just be tapping on, the collarbone point or the chin point, because each one relates to different organs. So whatever experience you're having, you might find that you just stay on one and that feels really good. If you have one that's very sore, like maybe your underarm one, that's actually a good thing. You're stimulating. That just means you have blocks there. So you're stimulating it and helping it to flow. I'll show you guys one other thing that's really good. If you're nervous and wanting to tap, but you're in public and you don't want to, do your whole process and look like a monkey in public. Andrea says, if you mess up and miss a spot, do you keep going or do they have to be in order? It really doesn't matter. The order is just an easy flow, but tapping is extremely forgiving. If you don't exactly hit the spot or if you miss one, it really isn't going to matter. Just keep going with it. So one of my favorite spots is if you find the last bones on your hand, either hand, so down between your last two bones on your hand, this is called the gamut point. So you're going to tap with your ends of your fingers, or if you have nails, I do, I just tap with my nails. You're going to tap with just a few fingers between those bones. That is an extraordinary point for if you're feeling some anxiety or under your eye, but this one is really good because you can do it in public. You can just be having your hands like this, you know, on your lap or like this, and nobody's going to see if you're under the table or whatever. No one is even going to see what you're doing, but that's an extraordinary point for reducing anxiety. So you can just kind of calm yourself down. Maybe you're not going to grab out your oils. Maybe you're not going to, you know, do all of this, but it'll still help you. And it's in a way that's, you know, discreet. So that's one of my favorites to use. And you can even rub it. So tapping is incredible for lowering cortisol, like Carrie said. So up to 25%, you can lower your cortisol levels in an hour of tapping, which is phenomenal. Many of the oils help lower cortisol too, but tapping is one of the best things for getting you out of fight or flight and lowering cortisol levels. So there's tons of research on this. We kind of just gave you a demo. But if you want some of the research, if you want to know more, we're happy to share with you guys. We just wanted you to have the experience and not just talk about it. So Tashina and Anthony and Dana, you guys have anything to finish with?
If you guys have upcoming events or anything, we just wanted, as Kate already mentioned, help the hurricane and the fire victims feel bad after that. You guys can have your event.
I didn't hear any of that, Carrie. Sorry.
Hey, she tried. We'll give her an A for effort. But yeah, so thank you, Carrie and Kate, for sharing that. Let's talk about any events that may be going on. We know that the 17th, I believe that's Saturday, right?
Yep, next Saturday.
Next Saturday is the Fall Oily Fest. So Dana and I will be teaching an intro oils class there. It'll be a great resource to use for anyone in the Metro Detroit area or even further north. So get your prospects or new team members there. It's really, really fun. Patty has put it on before, and we've done it before, and we've had a blast.
Yeah, it's really, really good because there's so much different education. So much different education with different topics. So there's going to be something that fits everybody's personality. So it's really, really a good idea to get your current team members there as well as new prospects, because all of them are going to benefit.
And then as far as any other events coming up after that?
So I have my online class, so everybody that's on here can participate in that one. And it's going to be all about getting the most out of your workout. So I actually am using a portion of one of Barney, I think his last name's Kunitz, presentations. He owns a few gyms in Canada. So we will be doing that. So I invite, please join and invite more people, because the more people, the more eyes it'll get.
Okay. So any events that you ladies have going on that you would like to take a moment to promote? I know you tried, Carrie. Maybe type it in the chat.
Yeah, she just said drink extra water because this helps you flush out your emotions, and you want the water to keep it physically coming out too.
Okay. All right. So if no one has any other events, let's see, hold on. Carrie's coming through the mics here.
Yeah, Carrie has a live event in Ecuador on Monday, a big one.
Nice. Nice. And then Melissa is doing a vendor event, it's like. Very cool. I'm sorry, Tashina, you were saying?
No, I just want to remind everybody, you definitely want to get to as many events. If you're not doing an event, you want to participate in an online event, because we want to get people pumped, because Black Friday is coming, and I don't have Red Shot. We haven't had a deal on Ninja Red, so based on the last 3 years, I'm kind of thinking that might be part of the mix. But there was one time where they had like every hour of every day for like 20 hours, we had different stuff. So we just got to get people thinking about the products and around the products, because we're going to want them to, place an order or two on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So super, super important to get people plugged in now.
So Black Friday is right after Thanksgiving. So is that the 24th this year, November 24th?
I think it's
No,
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah, because I'll be doing a spa party in Tennessee on the 24th, which is Saturday. So.
All right. Anything else that anyone would like to add before we close out the call? All right. I'm getting thumbs up across the board. So, okay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, thank you, Curry, and Kate for sharing with us this evening. We appreciate it. And we'll see everybody on next week's call. Till then, everybody stay healthy and yeah, just keep going. We'll see everybody then.
Message with questions. Bye.
Thanks,